Dark side of the stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens. Watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
In high school, we did that song in a high school band in the club.
You and Joe have a lot more in common than you'd like to admit.
That.
It's just, listen, I mean, like, it's not that I don't like the Smiths or the Smithereens or, like, bands like that. It's just, I realized early on that I'm not getting any chicks.
Who's the other
and
one?
the only way that I'm going to get chicks is to rock the crew.
I'm
and
sure
that's
he
it.
likes. Who's the other one? I'm sure he likes. Gene Loves Jezebel. Probably. He probably likes that band too, right?
Them.
I don't know who that. I want to know the name, but I
know.
When I think of that kind of music, I think of that name.
It's funny because we each have our own distinct style, but I know it led to yours, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
The dark side of the stream.
Path of glitter and bras. Dollar bills and glitter.
Crumpy, sweaty
them.
dollar bills, buddy. It's just a trail of them wherever you go.
Hi.
You're like Schroeder from the Peanuts instead of not Schroeder, Pigpen. You're like Pigpen from the Peanuts. You walk around where dust and stuff always follows him. Yours is just crumpled
glitter and
up.
dollar bills.
Feel like crumpled up, nasty dollar bills and glitter and like the little puffs of hairspray kind of falling off of you.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that was a long introduction. I'm Mike the Intern. That's Jay Stevens. This is Dark Side of the Stream, episode 284. This week was the documentary on Netflix called Skywalkers, A Love Story, which Jay picked because of the most recent news involving this couple. It actually happened. I was on the air whenever the news reports were like, there's someone on the Empire State Building.
And then they're like, there's two people on there.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh my God, as he's climbing, oh my God, he proposed.
What does the banner say? I thought it was some political protest thing, but it was love. Yeah, it was love.
It was a message of love, which I agree with their message.
I liked it. Good-looking couple too, right? Yeah.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
But it turns out they do this a lot, this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, before we get into the nuts and bolts of this documentary, we needed to get the elephant in the room, which is someone in this room is horrified of heights, like to the point where I don't even think would you a step ladder too much or just a straight ladder? I can do ladders a little bit, but once I start to get high, it gets sketchy. Like getting from the ladder to the roof, that's a gnarly step. Where and when? We're going to do some couch time here for you. I don't know. Your whole life. I mean, as far back as you can remember. Yeah, but I mean, I used to skateboard half pipes and pools. That's like, crazy on a to me. I'm okay. But you would be. Weird. You go up. Well, not really, because I mean, off a half pipe, the highest you're going to go up is maybe 2 feet. In the air. Yeah, in the air, maybe 2-3 feet. I wasn't going that high at all. But you know what I mean. I mean, if Tony Hawk go higher, because he's doing whatever. Yeah, no, I used to skateboard like that, but. But that's not still. But like there wasn't an incident where it was like you were slothing the Goonies and your mom dropped you and you're like, I'm never gonna be a. Who knows? Maybe. Dude, you know how much stuff subconsciously. You know how much stuff I blanked. You know how much stuff I blocked out of my childhood. Maybe we don't want to do couch. You know how much stuff I blocked out of my childhood. Maybe we don't want to do couch time. I just because again, Are you scared of heights at all? Never in my life. Like no, dude. Like. No, not even close. I've driven on those highways in Colorado that are like 2-lane up the sides of mountains, and I've run up them. I've hiked them. I've jumped off bridges into rivers and lakes and cliff and I'm not the guy. Now, granted, I've never skydived, and it's not because I'm the height factor. It's because of. I have a sense of like, even in a situation where I know, like, for example, if I was whitewater rafting or kayaking in like a heavy duty situation, I have the illusion of control because I feel that I am prepared enough to understand how to handle any situation that happens. Right. But when you jump out of a plane, first you're with someone else on you, right? Dude. And I can't for the life of me put my that much trust in someone, and then also the gear, too. So, but it's not a height thing. It's just like scuba diving. Same with me. Like I feel like the payoff is not worth the risk. Well, of a little. I mean, tube. Like getting it like a coral dive, like where you go down and you kind of have the little mouth thing. I'm not talking like you're scuba, like full like down in the bottom of the ocean. I'm not trying to do that. Either, but that's a whole other thing where like the pressure, and again, it's the gear. Like you're relying on one. I think the only time that I would risk my life in putting my life in a situation, other than I guess we do that when we get in airplanes. I get right.
Yeah, we're trusting the mechanics.
Yeah, and the gear.
Yeah.
We're letting the statistics speak for themselves, though, in the sense that, but statistically, how many people die in skydiving and how many people die in plane crashes, et cetera. But the only thing that I would do it would be like space travel. Like if they're like, hey, guy, get in this ship. It might be cool. It'd just be like a Hail Mary. It'd be like, you know what? Give it a shot.
We'll be the biggest radio show on Mars, dude. Me and you.
We just keep going. Going. So you don't know where.
No,
just your whole life.
This is the first episode of.
But I wanted it because this whole documentary is about climbing really tall stuff.
And it was freaky watching their footage of them climbing.
Just so like, have you ever done the VR stuff, like the Facebook?
Yeah, makes me sketchy. Yeah.
Even like the elevator thing, all that stuff.
It's real, dude. Yeah.
Wow. Just no, and it's not. Listen. I give him hell about so many things, but the one thing I won't do is like this, in a situation like this, because if you're truly scared about it, there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. I'm just trying to want to know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
Because I don't think I really have known anyone. I mean, I know guys that, like, I've got guys that I'm very dear friends with that won't ride roller coasters. And immediately after Oliver did I'll Run, I called every single one of them. I was like, hey, Chris, guess what?
No, I can do
Oliver did I'll Run. Where are you at? But
very weird, man. I just like that step from the ladder to the roof. Oh, God, this is a sketchy step.
Maybe you just need to jump and just make sure it's okay. Bam. Just jump. Let's do it.
Ow,
hey, Jordan, if you're watching, you know what you need to do? When you guys tie that knot, you just do it on an airplane and jump out.
I don't know.
The ultimate.
She won't
The ultimate. All right, or maybe climb a tall building and do it at the top of it. He's already getting a panic attack. Either way, it's the Dark Side of the Stream. We're going to talk about Skywalkers, a love story, next on 104.7 The Cave.
Dark Side of the Stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens. Watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
104.7 The Cave. Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens, Dark Side of the Stream, episode 284. This week, Jay's pick, Skywalkers, a love story. Talks about a couple from Russia who were in the news recently that climbed the Empire State Building.
This documentary came out years ago.
Yeah, and as that news broke, that kind of, I think that alluded.
I think it gave them a big boost. I watched it, right?
Yeah. And before pertaining to the recent thing, have you ever stayed in Manhattan before? Anywhere near the Empire State Building?
I was there in New York City one time when I was a kid.
Okay, like, do you remember?
Really.
So, like, I mean, that building, dude.
Is it high?
It's insane. It's not, again, it's one of the tallest buildings in the world, but but there are taller. But it's in a city like New York City where, like, everything is huge. That was one of the things that stands out. You know what I mean?
That's the one the monkey climbed?
King Kong.
Yeah, that dude.
Yes, King Kong, a gorilla, or I guess it would be more of a gorilla than a monkey. Ape. But yeah, when I was watching that morning of them doing it, I was going in my mind. We stayed probably the last time we were there. Stayed maybe 3 blocks away from the Empire State Building. And I was just sitting there, and my mind went back to walking the streets as you do in New York. And I just remember looking at it, going, "Man!"
Well, not only
and I just
can't, but they got that little pole at the top, and even went.
And they went up there.
That even, man, that's.
And
like this documentary shows some crazy things they climb.
Yeah, in the documentary, it shows them and their relationship, as it were.
Yeah.
And I guess
met through social media, kind of.
Yeah, and they got into NFTs for a little bit.
Yeah,
which made some money
because they would go to the top of these buildings and take pictures of each other, and be beautiful pictures. And he'd throw up a drone and stuff once they get up there, so he's like his own camera crew,
Yeah,
wild shots.
And also that too, again putting their life. Serious risk
and risking getting arrested, like hiding out.
The incident in Malaysia where they broke into the construction place,
30 hours or something. Because
all the people around them were pissed off. And I mean, again, it cracks me up when people like this from a certain country like think that they can go to other countries and pull this stuff, and it's like, dude,
how do you not get in trouble?
Have you ever heard about going to life in prison for
right.
getting caught with a bag of weed in Japan? Like, why would you ever risk doing that? Especially Malaysia, they put people away. They do that all the time. But the thing about this I thought was interesting again is them how lucky they are, because they've never really faced any other than the Empire State Building one, because they did get.
So what happened to them?
They got arrested, but then I mean it was book and release. So it's, and again, if it's a publicity stunt like you mentioned, we watched the documentary as soon as it was over.
Yeah,
so
made me watch the documentary.
Maybe they're making part 2. Either way, we'll talk more about the relationship next. Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave.
Dark Side of the Stream. Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens, watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave. Jay Stevens, Mike the Intern, back in the studio. Dark Side of the Stream, episode 284 this week. It was Skywalkers. A love story.
A love story.
Again, 2 Russian climbers that throughout the documentary, I think that it was a producer trick to kind of give you the illusion that there was tension in the relationship. Will it work? Will it not? Yeah. The pressures of making it work. Right. But I think I read, because I try to do a little research after it. One of the fathers said they were pretty much like married before all that started.
So they were probably like, hey, let's. Always a producer. Hey, let's throw this in there to get the viewer hooked.
I wonder now that they've done the Empire State Building and like where
they did that Dubai building.
Where else could they go?
Is there a taller building at all?
But I would think that not just the tall, but the exclusivity of it, right?
Yeah.
Like
that Dubai one was crazy.
That one's insane. And again, in a country that puts people to death.
Yes.
That's the crazy thing is like I see doing it, but it's like at a certain point, I guess it's part of the risk reward. It's like I was going to suggest like maybe they start doing pyramids, go to Chichen Itza and hit that, but it's not really that high up, right? But they will
climb the Great
if you
Pyramid.
go into like Chichen Itza and like even try to go up that thing, they like tourists will come after you, just like in Malaysia. They don't mess around with that stuff. It's same thing in Egypt. You can't really mess around with that stuff, and I would think that if they went from we got to go somewhere higher to a more exclusive, it's. You know what I mean? Like, where do they go? Where's the next spot?
I don't know, man. I'm not in the climbing scene.
Apparently. And what happens when the well dries up? Something else I think that was interesting in this was they talk about some of the copycat climbers and stuff that, as with any other viral story or trend, people are like, oh, I can do that. And there have been several that have died trying to do that.
Exactly. It's a dangerous hobby, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah. Again, most of them don't use. I mean, some of them use safety harnesses.
No, these guys just freestyle though.
These guys don't. And there's like 5 people, I think maybe 10 people in the world that are capable of doing those things, free climbing without.
Incredible, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like saying I can. You see, Patrick Mahomes throw a football and be like, I could throw a football like that.
Football over that mountain.
You know what I mean? It's like, no. You're not going to last 2 seconds, and they're going to probably have to wake you up 24 hours later after you get hit one time.
I mean, do you think, if the offensive line was good enough, do you think you could at least get the ball and then drop back?
No.
If the offensive line is holding those guys off.
Offensive line is stopping the defensive line?
You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you're not getting sacked, I mean, you might have a chance not to throw a missile 80 yards, but
we're talking about in a live football. We've gone off the rails. If they're a live football situation, and there are no guarantees, so you can't say, well, the offensive line will hold it because offensive line is holding him, but the running back is supposed to be the blocker. He misses his assignment. It's a corner blitz.
Bam.
Boom. You see what I'm saying?
KO'd.
So, and as a quarterback in the NFL, you have to read that.
Man.
You have to not only read
you gotta know which way to
also
scramble
have
out.
trust in your back to block for you, and realize that idiot didn't, and then scramble out of it to go make something else happen. That's why Patrick Mahomes is one of the best.
There you go. That's it.
But again, also why guys like us aren't like putting on cleats and stuff now in our 40s or 50s and saying, hey, I got to throw a football, man, or trying to climb
buildings. Now, again, it's not because I'm afraid of heights. It's just I don't want to go to jail, and also my life's worth a little bit more.
Plus, it seems pretty risky.
I wonder what kind of money they actually make, though.
Right, because they have sponsors.
Yeah.
But they probably just pay for, like, the trips and stuff, right?
It doesn't seem worth it.
Maybe they're making so much money off these product photos that they're doing up there. I don't know.
It doesn't seem worth it if you're putting your life on the line.
Doesn't seem worth it. Don't try it at home, kids.
Yeah, definitely don't try this at home.
But watch the documentary. It's good.
It's good, and we'll come back with our reviews next. Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave.
Dark Side of the Stream, Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens. Watching documentaries so you don't have to. 104.7 The Cave.
Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens back in the studio one more time. Dark Side of the Stream, episode 284 this week was Jay's pick. Skywalkers, 3.5 is all right.
Yeah, I'll go 3.5 because it was cool to see that world, you know. I never would have watched the documentary if they didn't climb that World Trade Center.
Yep, very true.
Hey, more power to them. They got some more eyes on their documentary.
Yes. This next week, I'm so excited about this. Came across my feed, and I was like, Jay has to see this movie. 1988's Black Roses. It's on Tubi for free, and it tells a story about a band called Black Roses that comes to town and just changes everything. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Wow. And bonus, I'm making Tyler watch it too, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to talk to you about Black Roses.
Cool.
As always, you can watch us talk about these Thursday at 9 or at 6. That's when we play it during our shows, Facebook Live or YouTube at Thursday at 9. Or you can always watch it later on or download it as a podcast for free.
Or if you climb the World Trade Center, take a Mike the Intern and Jay Stevens banner with you.
Just a big giant head.
Big Dark Side of the Stream up there.
You know, they were always wearing earbuds. That also be
probably have music just to
that's
keep
what I'm
in the
saying.
Zone, dog.
I want to be able to hear. Oh my God! You know
the
what
wind
I mean?
And stuff.
The wind,
I know.
Helicopters around me. God, it's so stupid.
Dude, I know.
Anyway,
watch the documentary.
Don't do what they did. And watch Black Roses next week. As always, I'm Mike the Intern. That's Jay Stevens reminding you. We watch movies so you don't have to. It's Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave.